Welcome to my coffee channel. I am Thomas, and today I am reviewing a coffee from Barista Coffee Labs. This coffee was sent to me from one of my viewers. I know very little about this company, but it is a very unique coffee. It is a what they would call a salted coffee. It is infused with pink sea salt, which is, I find, the only one I've ever found like this, very unique. Supposedly, salt is supposed to mellow out the bitterness, mellow out the coffee, bring out its better attributes, bring out the sweetness. And we're going to find out if all that is true. There's very little information on the bag. I wish there was more information. No information about the company. It says dark roast, pink salt, bold taste of brown sugar, dark chocolate, caramel with a smooth finish. Does not say what kind of beans are being used. I have no idea if it's Arabica, Robusta, Costa Rican. It would be nice if I knew what. All I know is it's coffee, dark roast with salt. So anyway, I am going to cup it. I'm going to pull shots. I'm going to cold brew it. I'm going to analyze the roast, analyze the pH, let you know what I think about it, and grade it on my ACA scorecard. Anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, I've analyzed my roast. I got a 37 on the whole bean. I got a 34 on the ground. Makes it a dark roast, French roast, and being the vectors almost same number, a very slow roasted coffee. So anyway, I am going to get my sample going. We're going to let it sit here for about 14 minutes. Let's see. There was no roast on date on this bag, so I have no idea how fresh this coffee is out of the roaster. But I am going to say I see very little coffee bloom. So anyway, I am going to let my sample sit for about 14 minutes. It does have a nice sweet aroma. I would say this is a washed coffee. I'm not getting any fruitiness. But anyway, I'm going to let it sit 14 minutes. I'll be right back and we'll cup it. I have my cold brew going, so it should be ready in a few hours. And then I'll pull an espresso shot. Be right back. Okay, it's been 14 minutes. My coffee is ready to be sampled. I did a pH reading on it just a second ago. It was a 6.5, which is pretty much on the high side for pH acidity, one of the highest I've done in a while. I don't know if that's because of the salt in it or whatever, but anyway, relatively high. This is not a low acid coffee, kind of on the high side. Let's give it a sample. Actually smell it first. So you can definitely tell it's a dark roast. Mostly what I'm getting is the dark roast smoky flavor of the coffee. There is hints of chocolate, nutty, caramel in it. Not overly sweet. Let's give it a try. Nice mouthful, nice body, definitely a French roast coffee. Really heavy body, heavy in the mouth. Definitely, that heavy, strong French roast taste to it. No sweetness, very little or hardly no sweetness. But I will say there's very little bitterness. I would actually say, not much, but I actually taste little hints of the saltiness to it. But it does not distract from the coffee. And one of the things I wanted to say about this coffee, when I was looking at the beans, looks like there's 3 different types of beans in here. I saw some big beans, some small beans, and some pea berry beans. So probably 3 different types. If I had to, I don't know what the pea berry would be, but probably a Brazilian, maybe some Colombian. Like I said, nice French roast toffee. Like I said, when you go that dark, you kind of use up all the unique flavors. I'd be really interested to see what the salt did with the light roast. But anyway, let's pull a shot. Okay, well, it does create a nice crema, light color. There's a nice little mild sweetness coming off the top of it. Not too strong. Very bold. Actually, there's a nice bright acidity in the shot. Definitely a darker roast French roast. Heavy in the mouth. I can feel a lot of tingling on my sides of my tongue from the acidity from it. I would say it makes a pretty decent dark roast shot. Kind of like an Italian type roast shot, espresso shot. Interesting. Anyway, I am going to score this. Cold brew will be up in a few hours, and I'll be back and give you my score on this coffee. Be right back. Okay, it's been about 12 hours. Let's try our cold brew. Been in the refrigerator for a while. I'm only gonna try a little. It's very smooth, very mellow. Very soft, no harsh notes. Like I said, cold brew should be very mellow, very nice. Hints of smokiness. One thing I noticed about this, and the overall coffee, being that it's a dark French roast coffee, that both in the dark and the cold brew espresso shot has a really nice, bright acidity. I'm assuming that's from the salt, because, you know, normally dark roast, you know, you would cook most of that acidity out. It would be very low acidity, a normal French roast. Makes a very nice cold brew, highly recommended. But anyway, let me give you my score on this coffee. Like I said, it was a very slow roasted. 37 on the whole bean, 34 on the grind. Okay, on the aroma, I gave it an 8, but it was most cooked out, sort of caramelly, a little bit of sweet, a lot of roast smell, flavor. Here again, being dark roast, a lot of the flavors were cooked out, gave it a 7.5. But I did, I mean, it had a really long, lingering aftertaste. I gave it an 8.5. Like I said, the biggest point of this coffee was it had a really bright acidity that, like I said, most French roasters you wouldn't get that. Gave it a 9. Like I said, most of the sugars, the sweetnesses were cooked out of it, so I gave it a 7. But it had no bitterness. Gave it a 10. Fairly good, big mouthful. Gave it an 8. Balanced because it's a French roast, darker roast. I gave it, you know, going towards a heavier side, a 7.5. Didn't find anything wrong with it. No defects, no odd odors, nothing weird at all. So I gave it 10 there. My overall drinkability was 8. My overall score on this coffee was 83.5. Very good coffee. I would actually highly recommend this coffee. I mean, the score may not reflect that, but in terms of it pouring an espresso shot, the cold brew, I found it very interesting. So I would actually recommend people try this coffee. So anyway, that's my review for this week. Thanks for coming. Hopefully I will be going to the Coffee Expo in New Orleans in a couple weeks, and hopefully I'll be making some videos there at the expo for everybody. So anyway, keep watching. See you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.